One, first and foremost, I want to give all glory and praises to
Yahweh,
Ba'Hashem,
Yahushai,
Ba'Hashem,
Ba'Hashem,
HaKakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Honors and salutations to the hopeful elect, pushing this word in truth and sincerity. Or this is GMS, LA South Bay, coming back with another video on the spirit. And we're just going to go, I kind of touched on this topic in another video that I did, solo video that I did, going into, the times that we're living in. We're living in some hard times, and all these things that's going on in this earth, wars, rumors of wars, the economy, over here is tanking, uprisings of the people, sedition among men. You got all these things going on in the earth, and over here, primarily over here in America, the cost of living is steady rising. Homelessness is increasing like crazy, like rampant. And you got racial tensions. You got all these things going on, and it's basically all these things go back to the scriptures. It goes back to the Bible, because all these things that's going down is was prophesied. You know what I'm saying? And things are only going to get worse. We're in the period of the beginning of sorrows. You know what I'm saying? Because America is not in its heyday no more. People are mourning. That's why it's constant protests. It's constant every time, it seems like it's always a group that's protesting something now. You know what I'm saying? That just goes to show you that America is through.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And America, everybody in America, especially our people, which our people already been going through, but the Edomites are starting to feel that squeeze. Babylon started feeling that squeeze, man, because it's getting hard out here. Yep. That's just the Lord bringing this society down. So we're going to go into the scriptures, on this subject, and hopefully you brothers out there and a few sisters out there are edified. So we're gonna go right into it. Go ahead.
Khan, this is Sirach. I'm start at the top. Sirach, Ecclesiastes 12:1.
Mm-hmm.
Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not.
Right, and that's what we're doing. We're remembering, the Lord woke us up to this truth.
Yeah.
To remember our Creator, before the evil days come, because the evil days are approaching. We're in the beginning, the beginnings of the evil days. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I just mentioned, all these things that's going on was prophesied in the scriptures. Go on.
Khan, it says, while the evil days come not,
mm-hmm.
nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them,
mm-hmm.
while the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves,
mm-hmm.
and the grinders cease because they are few,
mm-hmm.
and those that look out the windows be darkened.
Right, and that's we're approaching those times. We're really already in those times. We're just in the beginning stages of it. You know what I'm saying? Because jobs out here, these so-called jobs that the average person is working, the average American is working, are jobs that don't have a livable wage. You know what I'm saying? Because you have people over here that have these jobs, these certain jobs. Like, a lot of these jobs would be like these these retail jobs, which a lot of these real retail jobs, these jobs don't pay enough. These wages aren't cutting it. Period. It's just not cutting it, because the cost of living and the wage is not. It doesn't add up. It doesn't. It's not sufficient. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people are feeling that squeeze. A lot of people feel that. That's why people, when you go to work, you see people's faces, man. You see people are stressed.
Stress.
People are overworked.
Overworked and underpaid.
Yeah, underpaid, overworked. You got people working 3, 4 jobs just to keep afloat. You know what I'm saying? And that just goes to show you that the quality of living here is down.
Hey, bro, you have people that have 2, 3, 4 hour commutes to work.
Yeah.
So let's say you driving 3 hours to go to work. You bust your ass for 8, 9 hours and another 3 back. You're basically working a double shift.
Right.
Just coming to and from work, man.
Right.
And and people are commuting to barely above minimum wage jobs.
Right. Yeah. I know for a fact because that's what I do. Because it's my job. I work in a city that's an hour away from where I stay because the job that I work pays me more than the jobs that's close by where I live. And a lot of people do that. You got people that come further than me. You got people that come 2 hours and a half. People driving from the high desert just to work out in LA.
God.
You know what I'm saying? And that's going to keep. That's going to be that's a trend that's going to keep rising.
God.
Go on.
It says, "And the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low."
Right, and we're going into the music. Music is terrible. Everything pretty much is low. The morale here in this place is low.
Yeah.
Everything is low now. You see? And this is all going to lead up to that mark of the beast, that RFID chip.
Hey, God. Hey, bro, and it says the sound of the grinding is low. Like the brother was saying, there's not a lot of high-paying jobs, and there's also not a lot of just jobs in general. Hey, that's why that dude that's trying to run for president. That dude Andrew Yang.
Yeah.
He was for giving people like $1,000 a month or something like that.
Yeah.
Hey, because even they know he's like, hey, all these jobs are not going to be here in a few years.
Yeah.
He was like, all these jobs are going away and they're not coming back.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because what's going on? A lot of these places, Esau, he's creating this technology, which really the Lord gave him that knowledge to do that for this truth to come out. That's really the main reason why there's an internet for the elect to get this word. But it's also it's destroying the workforce. Because a lot of this technology has become so advanced that Esau is he's creating robots. He's creating these different devices to where he doesn't really need manual labor anymore. He doesn't need people, what 30 men would be able to do maybe 50 years ago. He can do that with one machine now. It's just like with he has self-driving vehicles.
Yeah.
Self-driving diesels that can deliver freight. Where a man he may get tired, to get tired, get sick. You gotta pay this. You gotta pay because you gotta pay your employees benefits.
Yeah.
They gotta have sick leave and all this. You make a device that devices don't get sick. They don't have to take sick leave and all that. So that's what Esau is doing. He's creating these different devices. And what's that's going to do? It's going, like the brother just said, it's going to eliminate those jobs.
Hey, bro, and that's a good point you said about the self-driving cars, because that dude, and I've heard other people say it, they say that that's one of the main industries that's about to go under. They were saying, Lord willing, we're not even around, in a year, but they're saying in a few years that, they were saying that basically driving, it makes up a big portion of men, from like 30 to 50, make their living driving. So it's like, what if all the companies start getting self-driving trucks? That's going to put thousands and thousands of people out of work.
Yeah. Yep.
So, all these jobs are going away. Manufacturing in the States don't exist anymore.
Right.
They all were, what did they call that? When when they send them to other
Outsource.
countries, they outsource them.
Yep.
You know, the retail, a lot of these, you know, Macy's, Sears, all them places, a lot they're shutting down
Yeah.
because, you know, everyone does it online now.
Yeah. It's no demand. It's not high demand.
Even the fast foods are, you know, getting taken over by, you know, robots and machines.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the cashiers at the stores are, you know, they self-checkout lines now.
Yep.
So America, they're about to have a lot of people without work and, you know, hungry and desperate, man.
Yep. And see, and you know, and you notice, you know, a lot of these young people, like these, you know, let's just say 25 and under. A lot of these young people, this generation, they don't, you know, a lot of them they don't have a lot of work experience, especially, you know, like manual labor, because they're coming up in a time where, you know, everything is digital. So these young people out here now, you know, they're you know, they don't know anything about like physical work. Everything is digital. You know, now you got these app jobs. You know, everything is through an app now. Everything is through a phone. You know, everything is digital. So they're basically, what they're doing is they're basically making it to where these people are totally dependent on the system. They don't know how to, you know, they make it to where you don't know how to do anything for yourself here in America. Because everything is, even like food, you know what I'm saying? You want to, you know, a lot of people don't even go to the grocery store no more. A lot of people just order shit in and have it shipped to their house. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, they don't want to get up and go and get the shit they sell. So, but that's gearing these people up for that chip.
They can't.
You know?
Because they're comfortable.
Yeah.
And once they're not living in that comfort, they're gonna lose it, man.
Yep, that's right.
I got one real quick.
Yeah,
this is 2nd Ezra's 8:50. It says, "For many great misery shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride."
Right. Yeah. And that's exactly why, you know, all these things are coming down on these people, on this society, because everybody's walking in great pride. You know, America is the proudest, you know, nation on the planet. Because in America, you can, you know, food is everywhere. You can literally walk out your house, walk down the street, go around the corner and get some food. Like that. Like the brother said, fast food. You know, there's a reason why they call it fast food.
Hey, bro, you don't even have to leave the crib no more. You DoorDash it.
Yeah, you ain't even gotta leave. You know, you have people, like I was saying, you can call one of these restaurants, these food places, and have them bring the food to you. You know what I'm saying? So this place right here, people are complacent here. You know, you come to America, you know what I'm saying, you know the right people, you can live it up. You know, especially if you a heathen. You know, you come over here, that's why the heathens, they love America, because they'll come over here, like them Arabs, them East Indians, them Hamites, they come over here and they make their little chain, even them gooks. They set up shop, and they make their money. And then they take that money and they, you know, they send it back to their country.
Hey, bro, and damn, what was I gonna say? Just lost my train of thought. Damn, Salah, bro, no, Salah, it'll come to me. But we, well, like the brother said, in America, you know, people are complacent, man. They got everything too good. I was gonna say, even the homeless here got it good.
Yeah.
These homeless people just stay out with a sign and say, "Oh, I'm a veteran," and they get money, man.
Yeah.
They get money, and they can go somewhere to where they got food banks or a shelter that gives them food.
Yep.
But there was this one food bank right where I used to work, but it was just giving away food. Like, they get all kind of fucking food here in America, man.
Yeah.
People ain't there's no lack or wanting here, man.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, a lot of that food they give to the homeless are food regular people don't even eat. You know, you got people that throw food away.
Yeah, it was good food.
Like, yeah, food that's not spoiled. Like, good. I'm talking about fresh fruit.
Yeah.
Food.
Yeah, bro.
You know, they had, and you know, this devil does. He takes all that food. Here it is. You got people starving all over the world, right? This man will take that food and he'll burn it. He'll displace it. You know, this motherfucker had, you know, at certain jobs, I know because I do that work for a living. You know, when you get rid of food, this motherfucker will tell you to put a lock on the dumpsters to keep the people from getting into the trash to get the food. You know what I'm saying? Because they want to get a lawsuit, but that just shows you, you know, how this America is so people are eating deliciously over here, man.
Okay. But that's only, you know, for a short time more, you know.
Right.
Hey, when like we're going, you know, we started out the video saying that, you know, the economy is gonna tank, and ain't gonna be no DoorDash, ain't gonna be no, you know, 2 for $5 at Mickey D's.
Right.
Ain't gonna be no, you know, going to collect your SNAP or your EBT.
Right.
All that shit's gonna go under, and Jacob's gonna be out here fucked up.
Yep.
I got one real quick. This is Sirach 11:25. It says, "In the day of prosperity, there is a forgetfulness of affliction."
Right. So when, you know, America, there's no thought of affliction here right now. Everything is prosperity. You know, come to America, you know, get a career. You know, you can live it up. You know, that the American dream, the big house with the white picket fence. You know, your family, you, your wife, your children, living your best lives.
Okay.
You know, all that's fantasy.
Hey, bro, hey, Jake forgot what happened to our people, man.
Yeah.
You remember? I think it was like Snoop that was like, "I want to watch that slavery shit."
Right.
You know, or that fucking super coon Steve Harvey. He was like, if somebody asked me about slavery, this is what I do, and he just walked away. Like, Jake don't even want to. Hey, they forgot Jake's affliction, man.
Yeah.
They forgot the torture, the killing, the rape.
Right.
Because, you know, they got some, you know, because their belly's full, you know.
Yeah, because they prospering. You know what I'm saying? Esau gave him that little chuck and change. You know, and now it perverted them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But those same individuals, their affliction is coming. They ain't gonna be remembering all that prosperity. They ass gonna be in torments.
Hey, let me get. Well, I mean, it says that right here. Again, Sirach 11:25. In the day of prosperity, there's a forgetfulness of affliction, and in the day of affliction, there is no more remembrance of prosperity.
Right. So they ain't gonna remember all that shit like Steve Harvey, Snoop, or any other dude. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna remember that shit when they howling. When they asses in torments, they ain't gonna be in that feel good mood. They ass gonna be just like the bum on the street right now.
God. But I remember not too long ago, you know, seeing you know, the dude, damn, what's the guy's name? Sly Stone from Sly and the Family Stone. You know, hey, back in the 70s and 80s, he was a man. They had all kind of songs. He was all kind of famous. I remember recently, dude was living in a fucking in his car and shit.
Wow.
Jake was all fucked up.
Wow.
You know, he wasn't forgetting all the parties and all the kicking in with celebrities from back in the day.
No.
All he was thinking about was like, man, I'm fucked up right now.
Yeah.
You know.
Yo.
There's a little bit more. It says, for it is an easy thing unto the Lord in the day of death to reward a man according to his way. It says, the affliction of an hour maketh the man forget pleasure, and in his end his deed shall be discovered.
Yep. See, so yeah, you know, when you in pain, when you in dire straits, you know, you ain't thinking about, like the brother said, you ain't thinking about them parties you was having. You ain't thinking about all them women you was popping, all them bottles you was popping.
Yeah.
You know, all them pills you was popping, all the popping you popping.
All the popping.
You ain't gonna remember none of that. You know, all you don't know is your ass is in torments, man. You know, the only thing gonna be popping off is these prophecies.
Bro, I got another one.
Yeah, bro.
This is Second Esdras 16. And let me see. I'm gonna start real quick. Second Esdras 16 and 17. It says, "Woe is me! Woe is me! Who would deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come?"
Right. And that's the prophet Ezra. You know what I'm saying? He saw it. He basically seeing what we getting ready to see.
Yep.
You know, and he's back today, which that's another topic for another video. That's reincarnation. But he's seen the times that we're getting ready, we're approaching.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He's like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Who gonna save me from this? You know, it's about to get very ugly out here. These people, especially, man, the people in this day and age, man, they don't have a clue of how bad it's about to be.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? I was watching this. I was watching Gerald Celente, and he was going into. He basically was speaking about, you know, how the time that we're about to enter into is. He coined it the Greatest Depression. You know what I'm saying? When you go back into history, you look up the Great Depression during the 1930s. You look at the pictures and you see how hard it was back then. Well, this time is gonna make that time look like a cakewalk. You know, because during that period, you know, America shortly after went to have it was World War II, and that basically got America out of that Great Depression. You know, you had the 40s. You know, the economy was booming. That's why they got a term they called the people that was born during that time baby boomers.
Yeah. Because
the economy was booming.
And people were having kids because, you know, after the war, let's say in the 50s and the 60s, you know, there was a lot of manufacturing jobs.
Yep.
You know, one man could work, you know, let's say at the Ford plant, just, and, you know, buy a house, a new car, support his wife and his kids.
Yep.
Stuff, you know, people were living good back then.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. The cost of living wasn't as high as it is now.
The dollar was stronger.
Yep. Yep. And that was America at its peak. But then, you know, that prophecy had to come to pass. That 3 days and a half had to come to pass, and we had to stand upon our feet. Starting with Abba Bivens.
I'm gonna read that again. 2 Esdras 16 and 18. It says, "The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come?" And bro, we're not living in that time now. What time are we living in?
Right.
You know, like we're saying, you know, the beginning of famine. You know, that famine is coming.
Right.
You know, because people are gonna be out of work. You know, the you know, we're gonna the dollar ain't gonna be worth nothing. It's gonna be hyperinflation. Yep. You know, gonna cost you $10,000 for a gallon of milk.
Exactly.
Okay.
See, the scriptures is telling you what's gonna happen. See, the scripture is telling you in a way where it's plain to the point. But what the scripture is saying, you know, we measure it, you know, by reading articles, going into you know, watching the news. You know what I'm saying? Because the scriptures gives you it tells you like in a synopsis kind of way of what's going to happen.
Yeah.
But it's more details. You know, you know, like when it speaks about the famine, is you know when you read these articles, it goes into detail. The scriptures just tell you, you know, in a nutshell what's going to happen, pretty much.
Yeah.
You know, but by reading these scriptures and you know going into articles, going to different news stories, you able to filter the the scriptures properly, and
God.
you understand what time you in.
Yep.
Now you got these Christians talking about love, 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 and all they talk about is love. The scriptures tell you it's a time, it's a purpose to every time under the heavens,
God.
season. You know, we're not in the time of love. We're in the time of hate right now. We're in the time of war.
Yep.
You see, that's why, you know, like I mentioned before, it's all kind of uprisings, sedition among men
all over the world
in this earth.
God. And it says, you know, the beginning of wars,
Mm-hmm.
and you know what we see and we see with what's going down. You know, these nations are ready to go. You know, they're ready to go soon.
Yeah.
You know, they and these other nations. You know, like when America killed that Iranian general.
Yeah.
You know, Iran. You know, hit some American bases. Man, they would have never done that before.
No.
They wouldn't have dared.
Yeah.
But now they let the weak say I'm strong.
That's right.
You know, and it says and the power shall stand in fear. Hey man, these elites are fucking shaking in their boots, man.
Yeah.
And they know that their power, they know that their rulership is almost through.
That's right.
That's why they're gonna, you know, come against the men of the Lord.
That's right.
All right, it's a little bit more. It says, "Behold, famine and plague," going into how, you know, there's gonna be a famine because there's gonna be no work. Hey, and plague, hey man, you know, with all these homeless, you know, that we're talking about, there's, you know, the plague has come back.
Right.
All kind of new diseases that they thought wasn't around anymore are coming back.
Yep.
Just because of all the filth and all the, you know, all kind of disease with all these homeless and shit.
Yep. You got the typhus.
Yeah.
You know, measles outbreak. You got rodent. You got a rodent. That's a plague.
Infestation. Yeah.
Infestation downtown Los Angeles. I mean, it's rats. You know, we was holding camp a few weeks back, and there was just rats coming out of the damn street from up under the street.
Hey, God. Hey, bro. You know how, you know, we're in, you know, in the LA camp. You know, when people that are not from LA hear LA, they think, oh, you see LeBron drive by the Staples Center.
Yeah.
You see Brad Pitt getting coffee. Hell no, bro. Hey, when we hold camp, bros, it's all fucked up.
Yeah.
You know, there's homeless people taking a shit on the street.
Yeah.
You know, you got a tranny ODing over here. You got, you know, two bugged ass people, you know, fighting, you know.
Derelicts walking in the middle of the street.
All kind of crazy shit.
Yep.
You know, so, you know, LA, and we're on Broadway. Hey, that was back in the 50s and the 60s. That was like, that's where E used to go to be entertained, to go to the movies, to go to see the shows.
It's a landmark.
It was like another New York, you know?
Yep.
And now it's been brought low.
Yep.
It says, behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment.
Yep. And see, this is all judgment of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. This is all of the Lord's doing. The Lord is doing this. The one who ignorantly called God, and the one who you ignorantly called Jesus Christ, which the true name of the Most High, who you ignorantly called God, is Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahushai. All right, they're bringing these things upon this earth because it's time. Like it says in the 15th chapter, 2nd Ezra, the hurtful works have been fulfilled. The wickedness have exceedingly polluted this whole earth. So now the Lord he's not holding his silence no more.
God.
You know, that's why there's you got men throughout the four corners of the earth preaching this word, because it's time for your downfall. You talking to you so-called white people, you Edomites.
God.
Your power, your reign is up.
Now that was it on that, but I'm gonna go to 15. This 2nd Ezra 15 and 14. It says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draw nigh. And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands.
They're race war. You know what I'm saying? And they've been keeping track too, because Esau got these militia groups out here, and they're all armed. They into that Second Amendment thing. You know, and a lot of them are from the KKK, Nazi groups, and all, things of that nature. Them little, them racist Edomite groups. But all Edomites are racist.
Mhm.
But what I'm saying is, they got these militia groups that's not, they're not with the United States, Army. They got their own little group, and they're gonna have sedition among their own. You know what I'm saying? You gonna have these militia Edomites coming up against these the U.S. Army, these National Guards, and then you gonna have them coming up against Jake.
Yeah.
Go on.
It says, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another.
Mm-hmm.
They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their action shall stand in their power.
And that happened during the Civil War. You had the North against the South, which was basically Esau against Esau. You had Edomites from the North against Edomites against the South. And they had niggas in the South fighting against niggas in the North. You know what I'm saying? Because the South wanted to keep, they slaves. The Southern Edomites, they wanted, because the North wanted to abolish slavery, and the South wanted to keep slavery. So they had that Civil War, But it's going to be another Civil War here.
Yeah.
Among these Edomites. But this is going to be the end. Go on.
It says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. That's talking about martial law.
Right.
They're gonna close movement down. They're not gonna be able to come in or go.
That's right. It's always good to watch certain these movies like Book of Eli. What's that movie with Will Smith? I Am Legend.
I'm Legend, yeah.
And I had that other movie in my mind, The Road.
Yeah, The Road, kind of.
Movies like that, because they kind of give you an idea of how it's going to be.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still not going to do it justice, but it gives you that idea of how it's going to be.
Yeah.
Go on.
It says, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled,
mm-hmm.
the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid.
Right, and that's how it's going to be that bad. People are going to be in people's houses. Like, they show you that in that movie Contagion with Matt Damon.
Okay.
There was a scene in that movie where, he's in his house. I think he was with his daughter, if I'm not mistaken, and he sees these guys running and break into somebody's house, and he hears gunshots. Basically, whoever broke into that house, they killed that. Whoever was in that house, they broke into that house, and the people with the guns, they killed the people that was in that house, and they took whatever they had that was in there. That's how it's gonna be.
Yeah.
Neighbor, it ain't gonna be that like the Spider-Man, your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. It ain't gonna be like that. Ain't gonna be none of that shit in that day. Ain't gonna be all these neighbors. It's gonna be every man for himself in that day.
They come.
You know what I'm saying? You got some food. You got anything they think they can use. They gonna kill you for that.
That's right.
Go on.
It says a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor,
mm-hmm.
but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods.
They're gonna spoil their goods. They gonna kill you. You got a woman. She look good to them. They gonna take your woman.
Mm-hmm.
They may rape her and kill her. It's gonna be total anarchy out here.
Yeah.
Go on.
It says, I'm gonna read it again. It says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation.
Yeah, for lack of bread and great tribulation, because it's gonna be hell out here.
Yeah.
People gonna be starving. You know what I'm saying? When people don't eat, people get delusional.
Hey, bro, and desperate people do desperate things.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep. You're gonna have cannibalism. People gonna be eating each other.
Yeah.
Somebody hear that, they'll start laughing. You guys are crazy. Well, you gonna see what crazy is. You know, the same people that say that, they gonna be the people out here eating people. You know, go on.
That was it on that. Hey, but all this is gonna happen because of the lack of bread, and that's gonna come about. You know, when this economy tanks, man.
Yep.
There's gonna be no jobs. You know, money ain't gonna be worth nothing.
Right.
You know, there's not gonna be food delivered to the stores.
Nope.
And you know, how much markets hold? What, like 3 days?
Yeah.
Hey, in 3 days with the food are gonna go in a couple hours, man. People gonna panic and you know ransack the stores, and after that, hey man, it's gonna be all out fucking hell, all out chaos.
Yep. And that's why the scriptures say it's gonna be a time that it has not been on this earth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's how bad it's gonna be. And see over here, you know, America doesn't have a lot of vegetation out here. A lot of you know, especially like these major cities, there's no what's the word I'm looking for? It's not it's a concrete jungle, for lack of a better word.
Yeah.
A lot of these cities, you know, they don't have a lot of nature. It's not a lot of land, soil, you know, things that can harvest fruit and vegetation.
Hey, hey, bro, and these people don't know how to do that. You know?
Yep. We don't have that, and the people don't have the knowledge to do those things.
Yeah.
So it's really going to be catastrophic, man.
Hey, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Because you know, America, the majority of people in America depends on the grocery store, the convenience stores to get their food.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's not many people here that get their food from you know, farming.
Or because they grew it themselves, you know?
Yeah. Yep. Go on.
No, that was it on that, bro. That was it.
That was
that was it. I'm just saying, you know, all that's gonna happen because, you know, the economy is gonna tank. We're gonna enter what Gerald Celente coined the Greatest Depression.
Yep.
And it's gonna be all out hell, man.
Yep.
The scriptures talk about, you know, people eating their children.
That's right.
So that's the time that we're coming to, man.
That's right. Matter of fact, get Matthew 24 and let me see. I'm gonna close it out on this.
All right, Matthew 24. Hey, so you know all this stuff is gonna happen because, hey, we see this this dollar is gonna tank, man. Hey, and that's gonna bring about the implementation of the mark of the beast, man.
Yep.
The RFID chip, because people are gonna be so desperate, they're gonna be like, hey, they at least could easily just, you know, tank the economy. People are starving, and hey, you want food? Get this chip. Yes. People will jump on it.
That's right. Get Matthew 24 and start at 21 and read down to read down to 33.
All right, it's Matthew 24 and 21, you said?
Mm-hmm.
For there shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be.
Right. And that's the time that we're approaching. This is the times that we're getting ready to witness. And this is Yahushua speaking.
God.
You know, he's speaking to his disciples, but he's talking about the time he was telling them is talking about now. Go on.
And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened.
So it's going to be so bad that pretty much the Lord says, if those days aren't shortened, no flesh is going to make it. That's how bad it's going to be. So that gives you an idea of how crazy it's going to be out here. Go on.
It says, then if any man shall say unto you, lo, here is a Mashiach, or there, believe it not.
Right, because you're gonna have, you're gonna have these false prophets out here saying, you know, the Lord is here, the Lord is there, believe it not. You know what I'm saying? You got this show on Netflix. What is it called? The Messiah, something like that. And it's about this dude. He's basically basically he's supposed to be I guess he's trying to pose himself as the Lord. I forget. I gotta do more. I gotta look more into it. But it's like a TV series, you know, about this dude. He looks like a Ishmaelite, you know, and they're basically trying to compare him unto the Lord. But yeah, come on.
It says, "For there shall arise false Christ and false prophets, and shall shew great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect."
And that makes me think of that Project Bluebeam they got.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They had these holograms. They already showed a few holograms. I don't know if you've seen it. Bro, I was they you know that NFL team, the Baltimore Ravens. They had like before they started, it was a game they was playing. I don't know who they were playing, but like they had this video where basically the people that was at that game, they had this big ass raven, hologram of a big ass giant ass raven flying across the stadium, like flying above people's heads, and people was like, oh, they was just looking at it. You know what I'm saying? And Esau was trying to, you know, come with that technology where you can actually feel the hologram. But, you know, that's another topic. I'm just, you know, making a point. You know, the brother read that part. That's what made me think of. You know, they're gonna come with these things, these miracles to try to deceive. But like it's just said, if it were possible, it would deceive. Meaning it's not possible to deceive the elect.
God, Habashai said that you know, sheep hear his voice and follow him wherever he go.
Yep.
He said that his father gave it to him and no one could take him out of his hand.
That's right.
So it's not possible to deceive the elect.
That's right.
It says, "Behold, I have told you before, wherefore they shall say unto you, Behold, he is in the desert, go not forth. Behold, he is in the secret chambers, believe it not. For as the lightning cometh out of the east, and shineth even into the west, so shall also be the coming of the Son of Man be."
Right, and the Lord again is getting ready to make his return.
Yeah.
All these things that's going on, everything that we're talking about is signs that the Lord is on his way. That's why we're talking about these things.
Yep.
Because this is the things the Lord told us to look for to let us know that he's on his way. Go on.
For wheresoever the carcass is, there will be the eagles gathered together.
Right. So it's gonna be a famine for these people out here, but it ain't gonna be a famine for those fowls.
Oh, they're gonna have a buffet.
They're gonna have a great feast.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They gonna be eating good. You know what I'm saying? While people are, you know, these carcasses where people are dropping like flies, they're gonna be eating good.
It says, "Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the heaven shall be shaken."
Yeah, they're not going to be understanding what's going on. These people are not going to be able to explain to you what the hell is going on. Because this is going to be of a higher power. You know what I'm saying? Just like the Egyptians. When the Lord confounded the Egyptians with his wonders, with his miracles, you know, the things that the Heavenly Father did in the midst of Egypt, those magistrates of the Pharaoh couldn't explain it.
No.
Neither could they duplicate it. You know, they couldn't do that because that was of a higher power.
And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn.
Yep.
And they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory.
Talking about those so-called UFOs, those ships, the chariots of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? And all these nations are going to mourn because the Lord is going to take these nations down. That's why he's known as the King of Kings.
Hey, bro. Hey, when Yahweh sends Yahushai, there's not going to be no need to be told, hey, that's the Lord. Everybody's going to know.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
It says, and he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other.
Yeah, that's that the Lord going to deliver his elect, and that's when the earth that's when that power is going to shift. It's going to shift from Esau into the to the Lord and the children of Israel.
The table is going to be turned.
Yup. That's right, bro.
32.
Mm-hmm.
It says, now learn a parable of the fig tree. When its branch is yet tender and putteth forth leaves, you know that summer is nigh.
Right. We know the end is nigh. The summer referring to the end. And, the branches, the leaves. They're talking about the signs. We can basically, in a nutshell, what the Lord is saying, you see all the signs happening.
Yeah.
Know that your salvation is near.
God.
Go on.
So likewise ye, when you shall see all these things, know that it is near, even at the doors.
Right. So we know it's near and it's at the door. We know we in them time. Because we read, we uncovered, Brother read 2nd Ezra 15. We pretty much then went into all this, what the scriptures were saying, what's going to happen in these latter days. You know what I'm saying? The main points, because that's what we in the time. We in the time of prophecy. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, it's getting hard out here, man. Every day we wake up here, it's getting harder and harder and harder. It's getting harder and harder, to save. You know what I'm saying? It seems like you going to work for nothing now. You're working for pennies. and that's what a decent, what they would call a decent paying job. You know what I'm saying? But that's just the signs, just letting us know that this place is done.
Yeah.
The Lord is about to return, man.
That's right.
It's about to get so bad out here that the Lord has to return. That's why it says if the Lord didn't return, those days were shortened, no flesh will be saved. So we know we out of here.
Yeah.
So with that, we're going to wrap it up. Like, once again, hopefully this was edifying to the Akim out there. Better stay strong, man. Keep pushing. You know what I'm saying? Just keep, we all got to keep our eyes on the prize, man. Just keep fighting, keep enduring, keep doing, doing what we've been doing. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, bro, Yahushua said, let thy eye be single.
That's right. Yeah, focus, keep your eyes on the prize. Keep, remember what's always important is this word.
That's right.
So with that, we're going to give all glory and praises to
Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushua, Ba'Hashem, HaKadosh.
Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Honors and salutations to the hopeful elect, pushing his word in truth and sincerity. We're going to say Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.